Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Postal Code Unknown podcast for Wednesday, June 21st of 2017. You'll notice I changed the name of the podcast from the Postal Code Unknown video podcast to the Postal Code Unknown podcast because I've learned how to extract audio from the video, and I will be posting that on the podcast feed available in iTunes as well. So if you want more information, you can take a look. I'll post some information in the show notes. And if you prefer listening to, as I do quite a bit, I listen to quite a few podcasts, that's another way for you to be able to reach this. Maybe if you want to listen to it on your morning commute or etc. Either way, I hope you enjoy following along, listening along, some of the stories that I have, as well as updates on how the podcast and the website is coming along. I've also gotten to the point where I'm nearly almost all the way through the 5,000 photos I took in Australia. And I should be updating my Instagram page, A Radical Dreamer, with a lot of those sort of daily posts starting around next week. So if you'd like to see some more photos, sort of more information, some places, some really cool places that I've been, that will be there as well. Without further ado, today's item is a hat. It's a little hard to see here, but I'll show you a little bit closer here. You can see a Mickey on that. It's sort of like a flat cap. Now, this isn't really sort of a style hat that I used to wear very often, but now it's the kind of hat that I wear all the time. You'll notice over time as you watch these, I kind of have a thing for hats, bags, and theme parks. And that little Mickey icon is because I got this at a theme park in Hong Kong. So this is the Hong Kong Disney sort of hat that I bought there. It's actually got a little Mickey castle on the back, which is really cool. And I've worn this hat all over the world, which is really cool. I actually lost this hat in Tokyo Disney on Space Mountain because for whatever reason I was really tired and didn't think to take the hat off. And one of the things that I find so amazing about the Disney parks in general is their level of customer service. And they actually managed to find the hat and they shipped it back to the States for me. Which was incredible because I was really sad to lose this hat. I really enjoyed it. I took it all the way through India, to the UK, all over the place. And it's really sort of something that's sort of become sort of a style for me that I really enjoyed. So, with that said, I'm a huge theme park junkie. You'll learn that over time as you watch these. I've been to every Disney park in the world except for the new one that's opened in Shanghai. I have a lot to sort of say about those. Maybe I'll do a special episode on those in the future for people that really like Disney parks and have more questions. I'd be happy to answer them. But I'd like to tell you the story about how I kind of found this hat because, again, it's not something that I really normally would wear. So I mentioned a few episodes ago about how I traveled to Thailand with some friends of mine. And my friend's mom happened to be a really big Disney park fan. She didn't know we were going to Hong Kong Disney, but one of the things that we had planned out was sort of a surprise to take her mom there and sort of give her a chance to see this park sort of in a different side of the world. It was really kind of a cool thing. So when we got to Hong Kong, we spent a couple of days sort of going around, and we actually managed to sort of get like a room at one of the Disney hotels, which is much cheaper in Hong Kong than in other parts of the world. So I normally don't stay at them, we had the weirdest experience, like with a taxi cab trying to find our way, because basically she didn't know we were going to Hong Kong Disneyland. And I tried to get, again, I don't speak Chinese, so I used Google Translate to try to help here. And we eventually figured this out. But we got the taxi cab, we tried to ask the taxi cab driver to take us to Disneyland, but tell her mom we were going to the airport. And it almost worked. Except by the time we started getting to the point where he was going to turn off, my friend's mom started freaking out and deciding, oh my God, we're going to the airport. We're not going to Disneyland. And then he took us to the airport, which was really weird. But he did take us back to Disneyland, which was also strange. But at the end of the day, it ended up being a really good surprise and a wonderful couple of days there. really cool park. I think some of the highlights are there's a ride there called Mystic Manor, which is different from the sort of haunted mansions that you get at other parks in the world, where it's got this really cool story about this weird archaeologist and a monkey that sort of opens this cursed treasure chest that causes all the items to reanimate in the world, and then he has to sort of like put everything back in. So that was really cool. And there's a ride that sort of like breaks the conventions of what you would expect a Disney ride to be. There's I can't remember the exact name of it. I think it's like Grizzly Gulch or something like that. But it's very much sort of like, it's a minecart ride, kind of like Thunder Mountain, sort of like a roller coaster ride. And you get to the point where in almost every ride, you get to that point where you hear that click, clack, click, click, clack, 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 as you go up and you're about to go down this big hill. At the time, there was a error message the first time I went on this ride, sort of like something saying, hey, please be careful, no photography on the ride, it's dangerous. And I thought something was wrong, and the ride lets go and drops you back really fast. Now that's supposed to happen. At the time I was kind of freaked out because I didn't realize that was supposed to happen. But it was a lot of fun. I hope they bring that ride to other parks in the world as well. So when we were there, realized I got totally sidetracked and didn't say anything about the hat. My friends found this and said, Matt, you really need to wear this hat. So I put it on and haven't looked back. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to see more, you can subscribe and see more videos on my YouTube channel here. If you have questions, please feel free to leave comments in the show page. I'll be happy to answer them in future episodes as well. You can contact me at contact@theradicaldreamer.com, which is also my website, theradicaldreamer.com, that has more than just these videos. You can reach me on Twitter at @OneRadicalDreamer, or you can find my Instagram photographs at @aradicaldreamer. Hope you enjoyed this today, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.